2021 and we are back at Thorpe Park. My name's Adam and thank you for joining us here on UK Theme Parks as we hit the island like no other for the first time this year. And it's busy. It's a busy day here at Thorpe Park. Would you expect anything less? Now, rather than starting at the top end and showing you some of the changes up there, we wanted to get on some rides. I want to get on some rides, you know, as soon as I sort of could. And although we kind of walked in and Swarm has a 60-minute queue, Swarm and Stealth are absolute top of the list today. And then of course we will show you around the park. We'll show you the changes that we spotted for this year, and of course show you Black Labyrinth, which is due to open on the 21st of May. Not long, a year in the making. Another one is a year in the making. But of course, here is the Swarm. You just seen some shots of the Swarm. And we're going to head into the queue line now. Looks a little bit painful, but got to get on some of these big machines. Can't come to Thorpe Park without doing Swarm and Stealth as an absolute minimum. Let's go join the queue. So that was a great ride on the Swarm there. And obviously we've got a new sign attached to the side of the container building. Containment, I can't remember what it was now, it's been so long. You'll probably see in the background as well just how busy depth charge is. So it tells you the Swarm is this way. I mean, I won't lie to you, there's a 127-foot roller coaster there. If you can't see it, it's an odd one, but the Swarm is riding beautifully as always. Back row seat on the Swarm, back outside on the left hand side. That is my favourite seat as you cut really close to the billboard as you go back under. Felt like it had a tiny bit of a rattle, but I'll take that. It's early on in the season, so we'll take that. Flying Fish is open. A little bit of a queue for the Flying Fish as well, but we need to head down Stealth because it's heaving here at the park, and I have a feeling it's going to have quite a long queue. So the sun is now out down here at Thorpe Park Resort, which is lovely. So people are on Tidal Wave. Now then, this is one of the biggest changes that the park have made that you'll see, and you'll see more of the Tidal Wave signage as we go around, and that's been sort of tightened up a bit as well. So obviously we have the water tower to the left here, which was fixed a few years ago, but I haven't seen it work in ages, and I mean ages. That apparently hasn't been fixed again. However, we do have a new scene right here, which is the boat and the petrol pump. Now we're told that this does have a fire effect, so the fire effect that couldn't return because they decided to build a Stealth over the back has actually returned. And you can probably see here that this kind of like patch right here, which is really dark, is where they put the tanks. Well, that's my assumption of where they put the tanks. I haven't been told that, but it certainly looks conspicuous that that's where they put the tanks for the fire effect. And the fire effect comes out of the pump there rather than the boat. So it's quite a nice effect that we'll get something back. It's a bit of a shame they couldn't restore the original one, because the original one, which shot right out the top, looked fantastic. Really did look fantastic. And again, it would have been nice as well, without being picky, if they replaced some of the old stuff as well. So you've got power lines over here. These used to create sparks as it went across, as well as obviously the water tower to the left. There used to be so much more to this than just the fireball. And I have to say, I can't remember the last time. We have got a picture on our website of the fireball, but I can't remember the last time that I saw it working. But it's great to see one of the new effects back at the park, and we can't wait to see it working. It's a bit of a shame it doesn't appear to be on today, but it is a bit of a shame. WWTP radio. Who doesn't like WWTP radio? So here's the Tidal Wave sign looking fresh as, and you can also see where the bridge would have been here. Actually, this new scene here would be right in the way of the bridge. But just to give you a close-up of it, and we'll obviously see the boat come back down as well, which is quite cool. Here it is. So it has definitely been themed up. As we said, we can't wait to see it work. It'd be really nice if they got the water pump working, but hopefully it's all on plan. Fingers crossed it's all on plan. Sun's come out here at Thorpe Park. It's quite nice actually. Quite nice and relaxing. But I need to get on stealth. I really, really need to get on stealth. So let's go over there. Oh, that's unfortunate when you start the countdown and it goes early. Good to see Detonator open. Now, Angry Birds 4D is one of the closed rides along with Darren Brown's Ghost Train, which don't open until the 21st of May. So they're actually opening at the same time as what they open Black Labyrinth, rather than opening these on the 17th and then opening Black Labyrinth a bit later. I think they want a couple of previews for Black Labyrinth, which is the reason why it's not opening on the 17th. But this will be back this year. This and Darren Brown's Ghost Train. I don't think Darren Brown's Ghost Train opened last year, where I'm quite sure the theatre did open last year. I think it was open as well for Halloween. So it'll definitely be good for people to be able to get back on Darren Brown's Ghost Train. See if they've had any changes. Been closed quite a long time. Be interested to see A, if everything works, and B, if they've made any changes. We are getting there, but it's stealth time.
You can always tell us apart. And we're here to help.
I mean, what's better than a bit of stealth? That was a long queue for stealth, and it's coming out the gate still. It's a really busy day here at Thorpe Park, but you can get a front row. Got row 4 of stealth. I'll take row 4 of stealth. It's quite amazing because we've been to a few parks already this year, and of course we've ridden the Swarm. However, nothing quite compares to being shot off at 80 miles an hour on stealth. I've really missed that. Stealth, of course, as you can see from here, you can see the new luggage area there. So the actual station luggage is now closed. It kind of saves manpower. I guess it saves manpower. Although bearing in mind they want you to sort of, you know, leave phones and things in there, it does make it a little bit less secure. But now you've just got the rack just there, and you put all your bits and pieces in the rack as you go up. Arguably it is a little bit quicker than waiting for bands or anything like that, but probably not as secure. And obviously bags and items left at owner's risk, and that's it. That's your only change to stealth this year. Still quick though. Still one of my favourite rides. Leaving the stealth area, was hoping to get a Ben & Jerry's today, but apparently hasn't opened this week, which is, you know, it's brand new at the end of last season. It's a bit of an odd time. The sun's out, well, the sun's in and out today, but generically the sun seems to be out today, or generally the sun seems to be out today, but no, it's not there. Rumble Rapids is open. Still got a little lifeguard there, look. Must be the most interesting job in the world to sit up there all day. Not something I could do, to be honest with you. Doesn't seem to be any changes around here. Storm in a Teacup, Rumble Rapids, and of course we'll go around and have a look at Nemesis Inferno. The only thing we will say is the queue time boards, which I think we said last year actually we couldn't read, have been slightly upgraded or changed for this year, and we'll show you those. I will say the rides really do shine in the shine in the sunshine. They just look amazing, especially Nemesis Inferno. So of course there's the board. The board has been redesigned for this year, and you can actually read it, which is wonderful. So Soar 60 minutes, Colossus 40 minutes, Inferno 70 minutes was right here, Stealth 60 minutes, just changed, 90 minutes for Colossus, 45 minutes for Rush. Samurai's apparently closed, we haven't been over there yet. Vortex 45, Detonator 30. Don't give you a lot of time to read those. Storm Surge looks like it's shut for the day. Storm Surge there's no activity on it at all. There's a big sign up saying it's closed, so I'm not convinced that Storm Surge will be open. But of course last year with these boards they had the ride logos on the left, and it was really difficult to make them out. The quality of their boards aren't as good as Chessington's or Alton Towers, which I think have got LED displays. These ones are a little bit more old-fashioned, even though they're fairly new. but you can read these now, so this makes perfect sense to change them to this. And of course, you can go on the app as well, and you can get all the queue times on the app. Not queuing for Nemesis Inferno today, I'm afraid. Can't wait 70 minutes for that. It's just too much. Too much. Now, one thing we do want to show you actually down here is some of the boards. I think there's a couple of these boards around, and these will also be feedback boards as well. So Thorpe Park have put these up. I think there's a couple up. That's a nice touch, isn't it? It's a nice touch. A really nice touch by Thorpe there to put that, and that'll be a feedback board, but obviously the tablets aren't out at the moment because of the current situation. Now then, busy day, busy day. Can't see any changes around here apart from the board, and obviously showing you this, the queue time boards have obviously changed across the park. The only other thing to show you, and that's not specific to this area, is you can see they actually have new signs, and it's new signs pretty much like Chessington had last year, and that's to tell you what's where. So intense thrills, exhilarating fun, fast track, and intense thrills on the opposite direction. So Walking Dead, Samurai Ghost Train, Saw the Ride, and it just tells you what direction they're in. And this is where we said at Chessington, obviously they've gone really to areas and things like that, and what's in what area, and I much prefer that. You know, the signs could be better. I kind of get why they've done it, and I've seen a couple of videos on it with the guys saying, well, we've done it because people just want to know where Saw is, and I kind of understand that. But the idea is this is a themed getaway adventure, so I'm never going to go away from the fact that themed areas is part of a theme park. Never going to get away from that. That could quite easily say Old Town left with Samurai. You know, the sign could be a little bit bigger. It wouldn't be that offensive if it was, you know, same on the intense thrills. It could say Amity Cove to the right, and you know, and then list exhilarating fun and intense thrills under that. So I'm never going to change my mind on that. For me, the theme is everything when you come to a theme park. It sounds stupid, but the theme is everything. That's what they've gone for. That's what they've gone for. That's what they've gone for. Now it looks like we've got some Thorpe Park. I can't even remember what these guys are, to be honest. Like Safari Adventure people, trying to keep them entertained. I won't lie, they seem a bit close to the guests, to be honest with you. I'm sure they're fun and bit of a laugh, I guess. Little bit of a laugh. Little bit. Now normally the stage would be set up down here. I'm a bit surprised actually I didn't leave the stage up all year. But it's all gone, and it's quite weird that you kind of walk through all this with the stage there last year, and you know, all the Halloween stuff and everything like that, and it's all just sort of gone. Yeah, it is sort of peculiar. It really is sort of peculiar. Don't look great in the blue sunshine. So again, themed area. We've got the jungle. Put it on the signs. Put it on the signs. It's great to see Mr. Monkey get a paint job. He's a real staple of Thorpe Park, and it's great to see him getting the attention he deserves. Now, one other change we can see over here is new signage for the fast track kiosk. You can see now we got some self-service in there, which speeds things up. I think you can buy it on the app as well.
There's a huge queue now.
I think really the idea is to kind of push you to the app, and you can do most of it on the app, but if you can't, you can head in there and you can get it on the self-service, and this is what's available. So the coasters are £10 each. I remember when they used to be £5. £10 one shot each, so wow. Wow, that is expensive. You can get all of them for £45, or you can get Island Unlimited. So I think by the look of those packages, it's the unlimited ones they want to sell. I can't imagine paying loads of money to come into the park and then paying £10 to go on each ride when there's a massive queue. But it's a good and bad thing. Let's just let's just sum this up as it is. It's a good and bad thing. Because yeah, I don't like fast track. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. You know, other parks really don't sell it particularly. Portland's Park, where we were the other day, no fast track in sight. Queues are wonderful, move all the time, no issues at all. And yet here, you know, we've got hour and a half queue for rides with lots of people in fast track. However, at that price, it does price a lot of people out the market, which is kind of good. I hate to say it's kind of good. I mean, it prices me out of the market. I couldn't afford £100 or even justify coming to Thorpe Park, and you know, potentially people are paying £35 to come in and then paying £100 on top to have unlimited fast track. So it's good revenue, and I understand it's good revenue, and definitely needs to be limited more, undoubtedly. But if you can afford to come here, spend loads of money and spend £10 per ride, it's insane. It's insane. Arguably when it's £10 per ride, £100 for unlimited fast track, it's actually quite cheap. And I think that's probably what they're pushing you towards. Now, Jungle Escape, all signage has been removed from Jungle Escape. I don't think it's a priority for the park this year, and I fully understand with everything going on why it wouldn't be. And of course, Dan Brown's Ghost Train there will open in May, once everything is open. Of course, this is primarily used for Halloween. So yeah, it'd be really, really interesting to see, to be honest. Really interesting to see what Halloween brings this year and whether or not that's used. Now, here's the new map. I actually prefer this new map. I prefer it greatly, really do. It looks like a professional map. The rides look professional. It's definitely a little bit easier. It's a bit funny the way it's turned around, in honesty, with the entrance on the right hand side. But I love it. And you'll know what my only criticism will be, and that's the lack of areas. But other than that, that is the best design map I've seen Thorpe Park come up with in a long, long time. It's like, to scale. It's to scale. Logger's Leap is still very much there, very much there. It does look like there's been some sort of clearing, but I'm not expecting anything to happen down here anytime soon. So of course, last time we came to the park was Halloween, and this was the Creek Freak walkthrough, which started over there and came out and went down there with platform 15 ending down the back there. You would have seen in the closed season update what looked like, as we said, we didn't come down, what would look like the ending of platform 15 down there with the tunnel and things. From when we went on that, it all still seemed to be there. Basically all still seemed to be there. And this has all been fenced off here now, so you used to be able to look onto the platform, but you can't anymore. So very, very difficult to say. It's nice to see the Creekwoods Sawmill sign placed over the old Loggers Deli sign, which was there beforehand. So that's quite good. That's had a little update. Didn't notice that last year. Of course, Halloween last year was really, really toned down, to be honest with you. Although platform 15 was open, didn't enjoy it at all. The new maze, Roots of Evil, you know, it wasn't good, and we kind of understand why they made some changes. But yeah, it'd be really, really nice to see Creek Freak Massacre back open for 2021. I think the park are going to hold off as long as they can on announcements. I would imagine that they've got, you know, plans in place, or certainly got ideas in place, depending on what happens. It's how quickly they can throw these mazes together. But of course, if they've still got the mazes, I mean, Creek Freak hasn't changed at all, that would be pretty much ready to go. But if they've still got the other sort of pop-up mazes, it won't take them too long to put them together. So fingers crossed, we get back to normal and we can have some decent mazes back for this year. Because no offense, the walkthroughs were terrible, absolutely terrible. But Loggers Leap, will it ever go? Who knows? It's never coming back. I'm pretty convinced now that regardless of what happens, a refurbishment on that is long gone, past its time, undoubtedly past its time. Will it ever come back though? Let us know in the comments below. What do you think is going to happen with this site? Here we are at Black Mirror Labyrinth. As you can see, the sign is all up, queue time sign is all up, or the restrictions sign is all up. And it's ready to go. It's all been painted sort of, dare I say, black down the side. Nice little white stripe, so it's kind of a themed adventure going in. Now, we have been promised by the park this is going to have state-of-the-art projection mapping technology, interactive touch points, and various other bits and pieces as well. I'm really interested to see what it's like. I've not seen Black Mirror. I don't have a lot of interest in seeing Black Mirror, but I do appreciate a good attraction. You know, I'm not worried so much about the IP. I really want to see what they do with it. I really want to see what they do with it. It's been hyped up quite a lot. I think probably, in honesty, it's quite a low level investment for the park, because any projection mapping and things, you know, they can be reused at a later time. It can be changed easily. So in terms of like massive coasters and things, it's not quite on board with one of those. However, I'm still quite excited for it. I'm really fascinated by what it's going to be about. The park have obviously gone quite bold in the past with something like Darren Brown's Ghost Train, which, you know, people didn't think they'd ever open something like that. So yeah, what do you think? What do you think? Are you as fascinated with this project as what I am? Let us know in the comments, because I just can't tell what it's going to be like. I have no idea. I have no idea what it's going to be like. It is still a shame to see Slammer standing there looking sorry for itself in the background. But the focus is going to be on Black Mirror, and this opens on the 21st of May this year. So it must be pretty much ready to roll, but obviously due to indoor rides being closed down to the restrictions or the pandemic, it can't open yet. But fingers crossed everything goes smoothly and they will indeed be open. But there's actually quite a lot of activity down there. We've seen a few people come out. We can see a few people down there working as well. So maybe finishing touches going on. Yeah, I can't wait to see it. I don't know whether we'll be able to take you inside or not when it opens, but we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. But leave your comments. What do you think? Black Mirror, Labyrinth. How long do you think it'll be? How much have they used? Quite a big building in the back of there. We've seen a lot of mazes in there in the last couple of years. Samurai's back open there. Colossus is running at a 100-minute queue. Nice and short. Let's fly around the track today though. Again, can't see anything really new down there, to be honest with you. I see a Colossus queue there heading right out the back. That's quite something, that is. Again though, the rides do look great in the sunlight, don't they? Again, over here, can't see a lot of Black Mirror, but what we can see again, it's all been painted black. So it's taken away obviously from the side of the building, the old X building, and what that looks like, and yeah, been painted black. No other clues. No other clues anywhere. Proper picturesque shot of Colossus. Colossus there, the world's first 10-looping roller coaster back in 2002. He's going to celebrate his 20-year birthday next year, which is just astounding, really is astounding. I remember riding it when it opened back in 2002, and of course you can see Zodiac in the background. And it's wonderful 75 degree, which the Enterprises have to run at now. Now, one big noticeable difference over here is the Colossus Hot Dogs have actually been completely redone. That looks really nice as well. Really, really nice. Colours at the bottom, new menu, love the colours. That looks really, really good, that. So you've got hot dogs, fries, hot drinks, and then the meals as well. Yeah, some real effort's gone into that. It's a good update, lovely little update. Makes a world of difference. That's looked a bit ropey for the past couple of years. We'll also see Rush. We were watching Rush go earlier, and it just, apart from being horrendously out of sync still, the height, I don't know how they've never been able to fix the height of this first swing. If you want to swing on Rush, you want to try and go to the back swing, that seems to be the place to be. Now again, you can see more signage here as well, telling you where to go and what to do. I mean, that Rush queue is not pleasant at all, to be honest with you. Not pleasant at all. And of course over here, the park have put a massive canopy up for sort of picnic and eating areas, which is a great idea, because obviously whilst you can't eat indoors at the moment, you can eat under open air kind of venues, if you will. So kind of looks like a barn, doesn't it? What's not needed today, although it actually does shelter you from the sun, gives you a nice open fill, gives you shelter from the rain if it's raining, and you can sit here and do it. And of course the cantina, I think this is new as well, or certainly was implemented quite late last year with the katsu curry. I highly doubt this one is run by the park. I cannot imagine it is, to be honest with you. Can't imagine it is, but this is a lovely addition, because this is just dead space here during the year. Obviously used for Halloween. We had the stage here last year, so used for Halloween. But yeah, great addition, great addition. I have to say, we're not seeing a lot of changes as we walk around the park. You can see that people are out enjoying the park today. Blue skies have come out, you know, as the day's gone on. I kind of get that, but it is a bit busy to be standing in 55-minute queues for Rush, and the distancing is something to be desired in that queue. It's funny, we've been quite to a lot of theme parks this week, and generally they've been really good, but it does looks worse here, and feels busier here actually, to be fair, than what it has done at the other parks. And we're told they are at capacity today. They are indeed at capacity. Now, there's one other thing we need to show you before we head up to the dome, because we know there's obviously been some changes in the dome, and that is on the old Nitrogenie stand, which has now changed. It's now a park-owned nitrogen-based ice cream. So we're going to take you down there and show you that. And we're debating on whether or not we want to try one. Debating. I think it depends if we get a discount or not. And as we said, Storm Surge, there's no movement on Storm Surge at all. There's no work being done on it. There's no staff here kind of looking in anticipation of opening. As you can see, there's no water dripping from it. It does look like there's a problem with Storm Surge, and I don't think it's going to be opening today. Now, I won't lie, when I list closed rides, I completely forget this one exists. The Walking Dead. So Darren Brown's Ghost Train, the theatre, Walking Dead. All open on the 21st of May. So as we said, I think they just want to open the dark rides at the same time as Labyrinth, which will be new for the 21st of May, rather than opening these on the 17th and people wondering why Black Labyrinth isn't open. So arguably they are 3 rides down, and you know, this is quite a queue sucker, this one as well. There's quite a lot of people going to this, maybe less so Angry Birds, but this and Darren Brown's Ghost Train, really, really popular. I just forget about it. I just completely forget about it. The Walking Dead IP is coming to the end of its life as far as I'm concerned. I don't know how long Thorpe Park are going to keep it for. They put quite an investment into that, but obviously the mazes have left the park, so it'll be really interesting to see how long that stays Walking Dead for after all the effort they've put into it. I think, to be honest, it was probably better as a family ride. Cookies and Creamery, so they do cookie sandwiches. They're massive. I will say they're absolutely massive. Or you can get nitro ice cream tubs. That looks far better themed than the standard sort of tin shed thing that Dragon Treats is at Chesington, or indeed Nitrogenie was here last year. So I really like that. That's been really, really, really nicely put together. Not badly priced either. Not badly priced. So again, here is really empty. It feels really bare because all the events were here last year. And of course, confirmation that Ghost Train opens on May the 21st. I think we're going to have a quick look in the shop, see if we can see any new merchandise before heading up to the dome area. So another shop that's had a refresh for this year is the Amity Kebabs. I think the menus stay pretty much the same in honesty, but again, the colours fit really, really nicely with the Amity Cove area. Really, really nicely. It looks a lot better, looks a lot better. Now this little area here, this is actually the back of the queue for the Flying Fish, just to kind of show you how busy it is at the park today. The queue for the flying fish starts nearly at the kebab shop. That's quite something, that is. That is quite something. But no, I like that. I like that. There is a sign at the entrance to Storm Surge confirming it will be closed today. So no work going on it, nothing happening at all. Completely shut down. It's good to see after some extensive downtime that Quantum is indeed back up and running. Quite popular as well today. I don't think I've seen it go around in ages, Quantum. I don't think I've seen it go around in ages. So Quantum, Zodiac and Vortex all open down here in the park. It's only Storm Surge actually. It's the only ride that could be open that isn't open is Storm Surge, which is really good for the start of the season. You know, I'll take that to be honest. I'll take that to be honest. Now we're gonna go and have a look inside and check out the Infinity Bar and kitchen from the outside. Looks really nice. And indeed show you around the dome, which has had probably the most updates of this year so far. But in saying that, we're going to give you final shots over here because we're done riding. It's just too busy. It's too busy. The day has cracked on and we've kind of run out of time. You know, priorities today were to come. It's been quite late in the day, to be honest. So priorities in the day were to come, get on Stealth, get on Swarm. Now this old fast track unit here is the Island Access Hub. So people are coming here for disabled passes. They're coming here for ride access passes. I mean, look at the queue. The queue is still absolutely huge for it, to be honest. Yeah, glad it's outdoors, but absolutely massive, massive, massive. Now, when you walk into the dome, it is a completely different site. So it's been cleared of everything. I don't know whether or not tables will come back in here once the kind of pandemic's over, but the Infinity Bar and Grill looking great, the coffee shack looking great. The floor is blue, and it will be interesting to see how this wears over the year. It looks like it's been galvanized. I can see the shine on it. It does look like it's been galvanized, so hopefully it wears quite good. The screen is having a few technical glitches, but obviously an updated map also shows here. Very simple compared to what it was with like loads of statues around the edge and things. It's been kept very, very simple. And of course the screen welcoming you there and the island shop. Very simple, very simple. Now the black curtains over the back here, we'll turn around in a minute, have been there to cover up the arcade machines. Some of them obviously they can't quite fit in there, but the black curtains have been put up to cover them away. Yeah, it just looks really bare. I've never seen it this open. I actually quite like it. We got some classic Thorpe Park Rangers Club mugs. There's no reason for them not to bring that show back, in honesty. I think that Colossus little mug is my favourite though. Oh, I don't know, look at that. Ooh. Ooh. I would enjoy that. Look at this, look. We've got a new backpack. I don't think I can get another new backpack. I think I've probably got enough which I haven't used. And of course some pin badges as well. I know people like to look at the pin badges. You've got the it's actually really good because the classic ones have now got a white background, so you can see sort of the retro ones. Canada Creek Railway, Wicked Witch's Haunt. Should have done a Phantom Fantasia one, shouldn't they? Thunder River. And we've got all the other ones, including Walking Dead, Detonator, and of course here's the limited edition. So you can see people have wiped out the limited edition ones. So there'll be the Vortex 20, because 20 years of Vortex, 20 years of Detonator. I did think they would do a 20 years of Zodiac as well. Now I know Zodiac got replaced, but in terms of the ride and it's been open, also 20 years. Also 20 years. That was a nice Swarm. Actually, I quite like the merchandise in here. I do quite like the merchandise. Oh, donut. Well, it could be game over. Might have to get a donut. I'll have a quick look at the merch, and I think I might have to get a donut. Seen a few people wearing these today, actually. These Subcore Energy ones. It's still a lot of love for Darren Brown's Ghost Train. Oh, that's a nice one. I like that. That's really nice. Big fan of that. Big fan of that. And that. Look at that as well. To be fair, we didn't really look at the merchandise last year. I don't know whether it's new or not, to be honest with you. People still buy bum bags? Or fanny packs? Depending on what country you're in. Let us know. Let us know in the comments. Thorpe Park Resort is now open for the 2021 season with very little to report, to be honest with you. The investment definitely hasn't come to Thorpe Park in 2021. Maybe Black Labyrinth will change my mind on that, but I somewhat don't feel it's going to be as spectacular as some of the things going on at the other theme parks. That said, there's a few nice little subtle updates. You know, a few signage, the shop updates, you know, the entrance, the dome area is quite nice. As you can see there, we've just pictured the old Stealth Radio Shack has been brought out the front as a food outlet, which is a great idea really, because it's so busy out the front. There's also people that wait. They can come over, grab themselves a hot dog before 12. You can get a bacon roll there as well, which I think is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. But very, very little else to report, to be honest with you. Everything seems to be running except Storm Surge. Had a good ride on Stealth and Swarm, but that's it. Park's too busy. The park is too busy for anything else. What do you think? Have you made it to Thorpe Park in 2021? It was by far not our first destination to come to. You know, we had other places we wanted to go first, but we have made it now. And of course, I will bring the children back here in the next coming weeks, so they can experience some of the fast thrill rides as well. But let us know your thoughts for Thorpe Park. Were you expecting a little bit more? Were you expecting some kind of hidden gem? Or are you really expecting Black Labyrinth to be the best thing ever? Let us know in the comments. My name's Adam. Thank you for joining us here on UK Theme Parks. Please remember to like and subscribe. But from Thorpe Park Resort, we'll see you next time.